Okay, I'm going to do number 17 and number 18 together. So I'm looking for a possible graph. And so the things that I'm going to be looking for are things like asymptotes or holes. I think that's really the biggest thing that's going to help you. So here I already know I'm going to have a vertical asymptote at x equals -4. And that's the only one, because that's the only spot where it's going to be, where the denominator equals 0. So this one has 2. I know it's not that one. This one has 2. This one, there's one at -4, so that's a possibility. This one doesn't even have one, so I know it has to be C. Okay, number 18. Looks like I'm going to have to factor this. Or if your first term is negative, I want you to factor out the negative. So x squared minus 2x minus 3. Because now I can factor this. What multiplies to -3 adds to -2. -3, +1. I can use a shortcut here because that negative is no longer attached to that x squared. So that's why I take out the negative. So I have negative x minus 3, x plus 1. So this tells me that I should have vertical asymptotes at x equals 3 and x equals -1. So I'm going to look. This one has 1 at 3 but not at -1. This one at 3 and -1. This one at 3 and -1, but not this one. So now the question is, how could I decide which one it is now? Well, the best thing we could do is just pick a tester point. So if you notice, on both of these, the key difference, the first thing I see is that in this top section, like in the middle, on B, it's positive, but on C, it's negative. So I'm just going to pick a point that's easy to plug in, like maybe 0. So if I plug in 0 into this, I get 1 over -0 minus 3, 0 plus 1. So I get 1 negative -3 times 1. That double negative becomes positive, so I should get a positive 1/3, which tells me if it's 0, positive 1/3. Here you'd have to be negative, so it has to be B.